Hello, and welcome to the Rankin Report for Sunday, October 27th, 2024. Thank you for joining me today. And thank you for sticking around for what happened. I want to apologize again for not having this up last week. As some of you may know, my wife and I were on the road traveling to North Carolina. And when you're staying in hotels and you have the hotel internet, sometimes you can't do all the stuff you want to. So I just put up the apology notice and we're back this time and we're going to get back on track with this. But thank you for joining me today. From the book of Ezekiel, chapter 8, verses 9 through 12. This is Ezekiel's vision of being taken to Jerusalem and seeing what was going on at the temple of the Lord. And he, the Lord, said to me, "Go in and see the wicked and detestable things they are doing here." So I went in and looked, and I saw portrayed over all the walls all kinds of crawling things and unclean animals, and all the idols of Israel. In front of them stood 70 elders of Israel, and Jazaniah, son of Shaphan, was standing among them. Each had a censer in his hand, and a fragrant cloud of incense was rising. He said to me, "Son of man, have you seen what the elders of Israel are doing in the darkness, each at the shrine of his own idol? They say, 'The Lord does not see us. The Lord has forsaken the land.'" Well, this is what the Lord, the God of the United States, says. "Those who have been called by my name as a shepherd of my people, or who have not been called by me at all but stand in that post, have come to believe a lie that I somehow made them to desire what I have called abominations, or that I have forsaken both this nation and the rest of my creation. My priests and ministers and pastors shall be pure before me. I am cleansing the hearts of those who desire to be cleansed of impurity, as gold is refined. But I am removing and will continue to remove those who cling to their abominations, and put in their place those who will be clean before me, so that my people in America will have true shepherds to lead them to the pasture of my teachings. There they will learn of me what is now only whispered or proclaimed by a few, so that my other covenant people may return to me, and the nation be restored to my covenant with them." Judgment always begins in the house of the Lord, as Peter wrote in his first letter, chapter 4, verse 17. And he has been doing some serious house cleaning lately. It seems you can't read or watch the news these days without hearing a story about some preacher that has lost his or her post, or who has fallen from prominence, or who has left their position to spend more time with the family, which has become the standard euphemism for "I'm getting out while the getting's good," because of being caught in some sin or other. Sometimes such things only make the local news and sometimes the national. But since the fall of several big-name media evangelists back in the 80s, the cleanup has been ongoing, and the pace of it lately has quickened. There is a kind of philosophy in some schools of ministry that God did indeed make everything, but for reasons never explained took his hands off of it and backed off, leaving the universe to run itself and his creation to fend for themselves. This is a lie, and its effects are clearly seen in those who follow this line of thinking. Eventually, they are tempted not to worry about holy living or turning away from things that displease God, or where they spend eternity when they die, or if they go anywhere when they die at all. There are studies that say that some people, some pastors, do not even believe in an afterlife, do not believe in heaven or hell, and don't even believe Jesus was divine. Those in the pews that live under this teaching, that think this way, just warming the bench, as it were, every Sunday, or more likely nearly every Sunday — attendance can be somewhat sporadic during football season, like it is now — those sometimes those folks only don't even go for wanting to please God. They go for business contacts or some other such reason. Those who lead such churches do not worry about the state of their members' souls, but worry about what to preach for a sermon, um, what to do for holidays or feast days, the take and the collection plate, and of course the never-ending fundraiser. Meanwhile, that same leader, pastor, priest, minister, whatever you call him or her, often has their own sins that they struggle with, be it alcohol or drugs, pornography, stepping out on his or her or their spouse, sexual identity, etc. God is cleaning those houses as well, and is doing it in two ways: either by removing the leader entirely, or by cleaning the junk out of the leader before restoring him or her to that calling. One way or another, the Lord wants true shepherds in his church, so that the people will be true before him. He is building the church back into his body with his power to take the gospel into the nation and the world, and back to the covenant that he made with America to do just that. Now, this doesn't happen with every pastor. What about those who are true to him? To them, God will give strength and favor to continue to do the job and do it with his power, even in the face of opposition. Exciting times are coming as the Great Awakening takes hold of the nation and the world. And those who couldn't be bothered to do such things because it stirs opposition or makes the church a target, or they worry about losing their 501c3 tax-exempt status, or fearful that simply because we've never done it this way before, are either going to be turned fully to God or left behind. The Lord waits for his body to make its move, whatever that part or assignment may be, and he is cleaning out those who will not engage the enemy. He is making his body into a force to defeat the kingdom of Satan and his demons and restore the covenant with this nation. We know that God does not fail. So we must ask ourselves, do we want to be a part of this battle? If so, then it's time to let God work in us and work through us and clean out what doesn't belong, and to make us better soldiers for him. Soldiers is a tough term, but we are in a war against evil. And it's time to let God make us what he wants us to be for that battle. Pray for the Great Awakening. No king but Jesus. Independence forever. And just a reminder that for many, this will be the last week of early voting. Whether it be during that time or on election day itself, believers need to get out and vote their beliefs. Vote their belief system. Vote who they are. Every single one. We cannot afford to take this election for granted at any time, but this particular year especially. If you believe, as I do, that our system of government was at the very least God-inspired, and that under that system, we, the people, hold the ultimate political power, then it follows that we will be held accountable for how we vote and whether we vote at all. Get out there and vote your values. That's the Rankin Report for Sunday, October 27th, 2024. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit the like or share buttons or both. Thank you for watching. God bless you, and have a great day.